11 years. 11 years is how long Charles Olivera has been fighting in the UFC. It's also how many years it took him to win the belt. He's been on losing streaks, he's missed weight, he's had catchweight fights due to missing weight, he's fought at featherweight, and now he's riding a 9-fight win streak and holds the lightweight belt. 11 fucking years, man! If I was telling someone who didn't follow the sport these facts, they'd be envisioning an old fighter who's close to retiring. Like Bisping was when he won the belt. You know, he's got a similar story, but no! Charles Olivera is 31. He's 31, guys. He's in his prime. In fact, I'd go as far as to say he's only just hitting his prime right now. He's never looked better. Everything from his technique to his fight IQ to his preparation. Everything is on point right now. You know, his ability to perform under the pressure. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wanted him to win the belt on Saturday at UFC 262 against Michael Chandler. But there was something about the build-up to the fight that just had me convinced everything was lining up for Chandler to steal the show. I mean, think about how the fight got booked. Chandler made one of the best debuting performances we've ever seen in the sport. He made Dan Hooker look like he shouldn't have been in there with him. And we all know Dan Hooker is a guy who puts on a scrap no matter who's in front of him. I mean, remember how much punishment it took against Edson Barboza before the ref had to step in. Then, Dana White calls Dustin Pourier, offering him the fight against Charles Olivera for the belt, for the vacant belt, which made a lot of sense as both fighters were coming off incredible wins and deserved to be next in line, but Dustin turns it down. Dustin said he'd rather do the trilogy with Conor, which, I mean, we all know how much the belt means to Dustin. We all know the journey that he's been on too. Again, it's not too dissimilar to Olivera's, but he turned it down, which meant that now, well, at least for my money, there's only two other guys you can throw in there. Gaetjie, even though he's coming off a loss to the former champion, and Iron Mike Chandler. Because he's the only other person in the top 5 coming off a win who isn't already booked. Now, I'm not sure if Gaetjie got offered the fight, but it ended up being Chandler. And I don't know what the hell he said to Dana, but ever since he's been signed to the UFC have been pushing this guy in our faces at every opportunity they can. Press conferences, interviews, media appearances. The UFC countdown show they do before every big UFC event was basically an advertisement for how Chandler is going to win the belt on Saturday. The embedded was all over him. And even the commentary on the night of the fight was talking about his power and his skills and his athleticism. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is that after the first round finished the way it did, with Chandler on top just throwing punches, I had pretty much convinced myself that Chandler was going to be the new champ in a matter of minutes. But, did Charles come out fast and strong? I mean, that second round was incredible. I mean, he showed so much heart and fighting spirit to come back the way he did. I mean, literally just a minute before he was getting his head caved in. Do you know what I mean? And then the second the bell goes off in the second round, boom, he's straight in Chandler's face. And he just throws the perfect left hook, which just shut Chandler down completely. I mean, for a split second, Chandler managed to get back up, but he was gone. He was against the cage. The cage was holding him up, let's be fair. If the cage wasn't there, I don't think he's staying up. He might try and stand back up, but I think he's flopping again. But Charles Olivera just put the pressure on him, and he knew the fight was done. And he's just throwing lefts, throwing rights. And I think the last shot again is just another beautiful left hook against the cage. Just sends Chandler to the floor, to the canvas. You know, face against the fucking dirt. And Chandler's just fucking pounding on him. Charles Olivera's just pounding on him till the ref pulls him off. I mean, what a performance. I couldn't be happier for the guy. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows now he's at the top. He's not just champ of any old division. He's at the top of the heap at lightweight. He's the top dog on Murderer's Row. And he's got some scary contenders waiting for him. I'm not going to give my prediction on who I think is going to be the next champ or who might beat him. But what I will do quickly is go through the top 5, as the new rankings have just come out and I'm pretty excited. Alright, so at number 1 we've got Dustin Pourier, who if he beats Conor I believe will be fighting for the belt next. Then at 2 we've got Gaetjie, who again has looked amazing as of late. I mean, remove his loss to Khabib because it's not even fair to judge fighters on how they do against Khabib. But apart from that loss, he's looked unstoppable since knocking out James Vick, for calling him the Homer Simpson of MMA. I see Gaetjie going up against Chandler next. I think that'd be an incredible fight. Like, fight of the year candidate. And whoever wins will probably fight for the belt after Poirier, providing he beats Conor. But what about Beneil Dariush? He's now sat at 3rd in the rankings. It makes no sense for him to fight someone lower ranked than him. Does he just sit out and wait for a bit? I mean, I know he mentioned he wanted to spend some time with his daughter. Does he get the loser of Gaetjie versus Chandler? Or even the winner? And then whoever comes out on top after all them 3 fight, then they get to fight for the belt. I don't know. This is why lightweight is so scary and why Charles Olivera's never had a bigger target on his head. He's the champ, make no mistake about it, and he should go out and celebrate and he should enjoy being champ. But he also best get back to work pretty soon because he's going to have to work real hard if he intends on staying champ for any length of time. Any of the top 5 could be champ right now. Any of the top 5 would be champ at lightweight at any other time in the sport. But they're all at the best right now together. And although some of them might be unlucky in that regard, one thing's for certain. We as fans, we are blessed. A big shout out to my friend Blair for producing the amazing background music. If you're looking for a producer, mixer, or just love good music, then head on over to his page and give him a follow. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA content just like this and more. I'm your host, Gaetjie. See you next time. Peace out.
I love you. See you soon, boy.